One thing about our members of parliament is that sometimes they echo some form of hypocrisy in their behavior. And that is very questionable, especially in light of the fragile nature of the current investigations that are going on, both with the ad hoc and the Madlanga Commission. And these two members of parliament, Umamu Kuselo Diko, as well as Ashley, they're acting rather very shady, sometimes coming across as if they're protecting the interests of people that are implicated, the perpetrators. In this video, I wanted us to look at what happened with the ad hoc committee and the conflict that took place with regards to Julius Mkhwanazi. So before I can start with the video, I wanted us to look at the administration first of the ad hoc committee. Number one, I'm very disappointed that Parliament failed to pay the flights of members that are part of the ad hoc committee, saying things like they don't have the budget or the money and stuff like that. This was said by Member of Parliament, Miss James.
Arrived in Johannesburg. I'm ready for the week ahead in Tshwane. This was quite a struggle. We've got to literally punch above our weight. Parliament actually refused to pay and to accommodate me with the ad hoc committee sessions being held in Tshwane this week. They said that they are unable to pay and accommodate me with the rest of the members in Tshwane. They are unable to pay for flights. Luckily, I have my own flights. I could pay for it. Action SA, my party, stepped up. They realized the importance of having our voice at this committee. So yeah, because I look forward.
As you guys have heard that she has a lot of problems, but she found ways to go and attend and come to Pretoria so that they can start with the questioning and investigation of Fusumuzi Ket Matlala. This is very worrying. And not just that, even with the committee, while it's ongoing, they were not able to acknowledge that Julius Mkhwanazi is not a lieutenant general, he's the brigadier. But they kept on referring him to a lieutenant general. No, we're all humans. Probably they made a mistake. But I'm very, very much concerned about that type of mistake. We all make mistakes. I always make mistakes. But I'm very concerned about that type of mistake. Nonetheless, that's beside the point. Those are some of the administration issues that I have. Going straight to the purpose of this video. So this matter was started by the chief whip of the ANC saying that they don't need Mkhwanazi to attend physically, and other members including Pahlane. They don't need them to come and attend physically the ad hoc committee.
I'm clarified, and I am ready, as having been assigned by the whip of our committee, to then speak on behalf of the ANC with regard to the list as presented. The only difficulty now is that the list is not on the screen, but I'm going to try and speak to the names as I understand them. Chair, from the ANC's point of view, we support that we should proceed with Lieutenant General Khumalo for the strategic role that we all understand he plays in the PKTT and SAPS in general. We also support that we should proceed with Mr. Mkhwanazi because of how, in many ways, he has been implicated. We support that we should include as a new name Mr. P. Olosullivan because of what appears in our view to have been his involvement, not just now, but for quite some times in the security affairs of our country, sometimes as reported to us in a negative way. But Chairperson and the colleagues, we are not very convinced that our work will be incomplete without physically listening to Mr. Julius Mkhwanazi of Ekululeni. Our view is that we can ask him to submit a statement on the basis of the areas that we want to canvass with him. We may want it to be corresponded by somebody else. I have no objection to that. But we don't think that is worth it to call him before the ad hoc committee. If we want him to to confirm certain issues, we are of the view, and we would like to present that view to the committee for consideration, that he is one of the people that his information as important as it could, but we can be satisfied with the written submission on his part.
The members of parliament agreed with him. The shocking part is that they all agreed. Yes, they said that Pahlane needs to attend and not send a statement or written statement of some kind, but needs to attend the committee. They agreed.
Align ourselves with the ANC on the part where it agrees on the names that they have agreed upon, but also want to persuade them, in particular in relation to the name of General Pahlane. We believe that General Pahlane is one of the people who can assist us. So we are politely and kindly lobbying the ANC to reconsider its posture in relation to General Pasane. But we agree, and we don't want to repeat the reasons. I think they cover our sentiments that the chief whip of the ANC has alluded to in relation to the names that they agree to come before the committee.
Until the CIC Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, pointed out to the importance of Mkhwanazi attending the ad hoc committee physically instead of submitting a written statement.
Allegations against Mkhwanazi can say Mkhwanazi must write a written statement. What are you allowing? What are you suggesting? Mkhwanazi is at the center of Matala's rogue behavior. He gave Matala the state. The state that was given to Matala passed to his girlfriends and friends. We cannot allow that. Fitted blue lights on him. Mkhwanazi is alleged to have abused power and used the Metro Police for their own personal protection, where there are even allegations of death. People were killed. How is that written statement going to answer those questions? We cannot allow that. Not Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi allowed this shenanigan to play itself out with the mayor of the DA driving in blue lights, cars that belonged to CAT and fitted blue lights. Why is that not an answerable appearance question? Mkhwanazi has got a case to answer where young women were crying that they were intimidated through his collaboration to a point where they were driven to graves, crying tears explaining those issues. You don't want a person to come and appear and give that explanation as to what were they doing with eroding the authority of the state and abusing it to a manner in which they've done. Because municipality is a small state. It's a small state. That's what we're investigating. That's what we said we're going to call municipalities here to come and account. He is at the center of that. That former intelligence boss also said he wants to come to us because there are serious questions about him. I don't agree, and the EFF doesn't agree that Mkhwanazi must not appear. He must appear and answer all these shenanigans. They've been running amok. They've been running amok, doing as they wish, making mockery of the state, making the state look laughable. And that is actually involving Ket Matal, which we're going to ask him questions, some of us, about that role. He will make certain allegations or confirm certain things against Mkhwanazi. That time we've got the resolution that says he must have a written statement and he must never come back to us. We will argue with a written statement. That is not in the best interest of this committee. In public and come and tell us the story as to what happened, Magai. How do you call a guy like Mkhwanazi? I'm not disagreeing that you must call him a clown that looks like a potential patient of mental hospital must be called there to come and answer. But here is a man who abused the authority of a small state. Mkhwanazi was a chance taker, two-timer, but he's going to come to parliament. We all agree. But here's a man who went to put a badge on his shoulders. He didn't know even how to put that badge. The sorts were looking at the bag as a demonstration that he doesn't know what it means to be what he is. He went to hijack that position. Why are we not calling someone like that to come and answer him? Where did you get the promotion? Who gave you the promotion? Who gave you the badge? Huh? Who gave you that honor of wearing that badge? Because that badge is not a playground. So check. Mkhwanazi must come, and then Mutiba will agree with a written statement.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, good evening. I firstly want to concur and agree with your summary about the 5 names. And with regard to the 2 names, Mtibi and Mkhwanazi, Mkhwanazi has been mentioned a number of times, and his alleged actions actually amounted to involving the entire state in the criminal activities of Mr. Mkhwanazi, or alleged criminal activities of Mr. Mkhwanazi. And therefore, I support the proposal that he actually must appear physically before the committee. I thank you.
This obviously was met with a criticism coming from Kuselo Diko.
Of General Mkhwanazi, was a matter that we would necessarily quibble on. So we're not going to do that. But part of our reasoning also speaks to the issue of timing. Now, you have said to us that as things stand now, I heard Honorable Saul saying we should not foreground that matter, but it is a reality. We do not have the luxury of time. Now, given the fact that you have now agreed on, or at least we have now agreed on 6 names, Can you then speak to us, Chair, on what we expect is going to happen as it relates to the timing of those witnesses? Should we perhaps prioritize on the witnesses given the time that we have? If General Mkhwanazi and whoever else becomes the priority, but we can't just leave this thing open-ended when we know that we do not have the time to conclude this matter, as we don't yet have an extension. Thank you very much.
What is going on with the ANC? Because it started from the chief whip, now it's Kuselo Diko. These people don't want Mkhwanazi to attend the ad hoc committee. What is being hidden so much? Mkhwanazi is a very, very important witness, and if you've been watching Madlanga, you'll understand how important Mkhwanazi is. Mkhwanazi lied, terrorized people, harassed them, unalived people, threatened people, was extorting people, was a thief. He was doing all sorts of things. This man is an important connection when it comes to Vusumuzi Matlala. This man is the one that has enabled the behavior of Vusumuzi Matlala, and probably not just the behavior of Vusumuzi Matlala, but the behavior of many people who have lied that they're EMPD members, extorting people in communities, unaliving people, saying that they're EMPD members. This man was giving people with officers or EMPD officers, even when they don't qualify. He was appointing and disappointing people all the time. And this man is very important. And the ANC cadres are there trying to sway the house to ensure that this man does not come physically. This is the same behavior that we saw from Ashley Sauls, and how Sauls came across as this man that is protecting the interest of the perpetrators or the wrongdoers in this whole situation and scenario. His line of questioning suggests that he actually thinks that Mkhwanazi, there's something that they're hiding. They are not as innocent as they think they are. And this change of thought became even more after it was revealed that the deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance is rubbing shoulders with Katiso Molefe and was found in the house of Katiso Molefe not only once, but more than once. From then, he became this person that keeps on finding things that other MPs are not even looking for. To a point that whenever he questions, we all know. Other people even said, whenever Ashley questions, like we can change the channel and go somewhere else or watch dishes and we're focused, because we know his stance. He always comes across as this person that is going to be like, you know what, Mkhwanazi, you are wrong, you are right. Actually, you are the victim. You, Shadrach Sibia, you are the victim. These people are not listening to you, but I will listen to you and believe your story. That's how he comes across.
That he didn't have equipment that put him on a disadvantage, so the matter is different. It makes it even worse. General Mkhwanazi, he had no disadvantage. He had a professional team and still misled this committee. On the matter of Honorable Chief Whip, that it is not the same, we are granting Mr. Mkhabinde in case he made a mistake to go and redo because he was at a disadvantage. Mr. Mkhabinde testified that the rest of his things, he vouches for it. All I'm saying is, treat all witnesses the same. If we're going to say we will not proceed because he lied under oath, I agree. We must not proceed if he lied under oath. But then we must do the same with the testimony of General Mkhwanazi,
Chair, point
and
of
stop
order.
the whole process.
Chair, point of order.
It's the same behavior that you see from Kuselo Diko and the ANC members, especially her. She also, in her line of questioning, sometimes suggests something like that. But her trying to dive and ensuring that certain people don't come before the ad hoc committee is very, very concerning and alarming. And I don't know what you guys think about behavior coming from her. For me, I really don't want to just take it light and just be like, she was just arguing her point. No, she was not just arguing her point.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy, Chair, that the protectors of Mkhwanazi are now showing and using technicalities to try and protect the people they've been working with.
No,
it's very clear.
Person, can you call that into order?
No, you're working together. It's very clear.
No, we're not the ones who were driven around by Mkhwanazi. It was you and the PAs. We're not going to take that approach.
No, you're not going to take that approach the same way you did with PPE.
No, you're not going to take that. We are raising issues here. You were not even in the meeting at the time. You are late. You don't know what you are. You are the one who are using tell us, cuz don't tell us that. King is
No,
He
no,
never
no.
drove in any. Why are we calling for Mkhwanazi to come? You are the ones who are refusing Mkhwanazi to come,
But
and you are
you
using a
cannot
technicality
come. Oh, no,
to
Julius,
prevent
you
Mkhwanazi to
cannot come
come.
and make a meeting a chaos. No, no,
Honorable
no.
Malema must raise
You are
his point. He must
protecting
respond to an
Mkhwanazi.
issue
Do
where
it.
Mazela,
No.
Let the people know that you are protecting Mkhwanazi and you are using a
raise your point
technicality
without
to
having
protect
discussions on
Mkhwanazi.
us.
Julius,
Withdraw, Honorable Malema.
not
Raise your point.
this is wrong.
Raise your point.
Honorable members, may you please listen to me?
I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that Mkhwanazi is very important, that he should appear physically or just do a written statement, especially after the allegations that were raised at Madlanga? What do you guys think? Especially since now we are going to start with Musumuzi at Madlala. Mkhwanazi is going to appear somewhere somehow. His name is going to be mentioned. And this man, he can't attend proceedings, needs to just submit a written statement because when they're trying to save time, they can't bring in everybody. Oh, what, hey guys? We are not fools. I don't know what you guys think about what happened at the ad hoc committee brief and what was going on. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on my next upload. Bye.